Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Mac Mizzle Radio Show. It's your host with the most, Mr. Mac Mizzle. You already know. And today we're going to talk about, we're going to recap the Jussie Smollett interview. You know what I'm saying? I put together the missing pieces because the fact of the matter is, he done fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Not only is he doing his disservice to himself and the gay community, but also the black community. You know what I'm saying? Lying all across the board, making himself look like a motherfucking loser, making himself look like that. You know, like he's a part of the fucking Illuminati or some shit. Because at the end of the day, truth will reveal itself, you know? Anything that's done in the dark will come to the light. It just came real quick for him, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn that at the end of the day, the truth is gonna really reveal itself, you know? And the fact of the matter is, he was lying through his whole shit. Lying through his motherfucking teeth. Had everybody feeding into his bullshit, you know? Knowing damn well that he was fucking up the whole time. I mean, really, look at it. First of all, your name is not even Jussie, it's Jussie. Like Juicy, like you a real hoe ass nigga, dawg. You know what I'm saying? This episode is brought to you by Spicy Pot. I forgot to say, y'all like one little banner in the back, you know what I'm saying? Sponsored by the Hood Entertainment. And it is what it is, dog. Break it down. We gotta really break it all the way down, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna show you all the missing pieces to what he's doing. Why it's a distraction. To keep us in a state where we keep looking at this story. You know what I mean? Is sending us down the rabbit hole, you know? Pay attention. Let's go. Let's get into it.
Chicago. Smollett told me how he's doing now and responds to those who doubt his account.
I'm pissed off.
What is it that has you so angry? Is it the attackers?
It's the attackers, but it's also the attacks. It's like, at first it was a thing of like, listen, if I tell the truth, then that's it, because it's the truth.
Mm-hmm. If I tell the truth.
Then it became a thing of like,
I hear that. If I tell the truth, then that's it. It's the truth. So if you tell a lie, then it's what? Something else? Mm-hmm. If you really look back at it, you just tell nonsense.
How can you doubt that? Like, how do you not believe that? It's the truth. And then it became a thing of like, oh, it's not necessarily that you don't believe that this is the truth. You don't even want to see the truth.
What happened that night, Jussie?
When I landed in Chicago, and Frank Gatson, who's like my uncle, and he's also my creative director, and he picked me up. And then we got back to the apartment. There was no food, and so I went out to Walgreens thinking that they were 24 hours and to have a smoke. Walgreens was closed, so I called him up and I said, hey, I'm going to run to Subway, which was across the street, and I'm going to get a salad. Do you want anything? I went.
What Walgreens is 24 hours? Anywhere. What grocery store is 24 hours anywhere? I want to know. I mean, I'm in the, you know what I mean? I'm over here. We don't, nah. Our shit closes at 11 the latest. Let's continue.
Went to the subway and got the order. During that time, I texted my manager thinking that he was still in Australia because he was on an Australian tour with one of his other clients. And I said, yo, call me when you can. He called me immediately. And while he was on the phone, I heard as I was crossing.
First of all, you going out in the middle of the night looking for food. You couldn't order in some shit? You know what I'm saying? You were at a hotel, weren't you? Where were you? You could have ordered in something. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's crazy.
The intersection, I heard Empire. I don't answer to Empire. My name ain't Empire. And I didn't answer. I kept walking, and then I heard Empire. So I turned around and I said, did you just say to me? And I see the attacker masked. And
the attacker masked.
This MAGA country punches me right in the face. So I punched his ass back. And then we started tussling. You know, it was very icy.
White boys don't talk like that. This MAGA country, nigga. Come on. White boys don't talk like that. This MAGA country, nigga. This MAGA country. Come on, dog. White boys don't talk like that. Niggas talk like that. Check this out.
And we ended up tussling by the stairs. Fighting. There was a second person involved who was kicking me in my back. And then it just stopped.
Fighting, kicking me in your back.
They ran off. And I saw where they ran. And the phone was in my pocket, but it had fallen out. And it was sitting there. And my manager was still on the phone. So I picked up the phone.
The phone was sitting there? You were sitting there? It fell out of your pocket and it was sitting there, and your manager was still on the phone. Get your story straight.
And I said, Brandon, and he's like, what's going on? And I said, I was just jumped. And then I looked down and I see that there's a rope around my neck, which I hadn't.
You hadn't noticed it before?
No,
a
rope around your neck? You know what I'm saying? It was so fast.
How long did this all
It felt like minutes, but it probably was like 30 seconds, honestly. I can't tell you honestly.
Did it start beating you up and put a noose around your neck?
I noticed the rope around my neck and I started screaming. And I said, there's a rope around my neck.
Did you get any kind of description of
you didn't
the
think
attack?
of taking off the rope?
And I,
nothing like that.
Because I saw this, and right here or whatever, but I didn't see. I can't tell you what color their eyes were. I can't tell you. And I did not see anything except the second person I saw running away. And the first person, I saw his stature. I gave the description as best as I could. You have to understand also that it's Chicago in winter.
Nah, that don't mean nothing.
People can wear ski masks and nobody's gonna question that.
The police have gone through a lot of video and they were able to capture an image of two people of interest. Have you seen that image? And do you believe that they could possibly be the attackers?
It would be pretty noticeable.
What is it about their size, or why do you feel that they could possibly be?
Because I was there. For me, when that was released, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. I don't have any doubt in my mind that that's them. Never did.
Why did you hesitate to want to call the police?
You know, there's a level of pride there. We live in a society where, as a gay man, you are considered somehow to be weak. And I'm not weak. I am not weak. And we are, as a people, are not weak. So, I can accept that there was pride there. There's also privacy. At the end of the day, look what has happened.
He even tried to shut
look what has happened. So, I'm glad that Frank called the police. I'm glad that we reported it. during that time before they came. It took them about maybe half hour to come. And during that time, I was looking at myself, just like checking myself out. I saw the bruise on my neck, you know, like the little, the rope burn around my neck. And then I smelled bleach. I know the smell of bleach. And I saw on my sweatshirt, it had marks on it, like spots on it, when you have a bad bleach job. So then I was like, there's bleach on me too. So when the police came, I kept the clothes on. I kept
that sniff?
The rope.
You know that's a little sniff you do when you're about to talk some bullshit? That's exactly what motherfucker did right there. That shit, yo, you can't. The shit do not lie. It's the real shit. Check this out.
So you had the rope on the entire time?
I mean, it wasn't like wrapped around, but yeah, it was around because I wanted them to see. I wanted them to see what this was. I told them what happened, everything. I also asked them to turn their body cams off because they were trying to stay in the hallway. And I was like, please just come in. Like, I don't want a big scene with my neighbors and with like the second round of police officers. I went down to...
He wanted to see what it was. That's why he left the rope around his neck. If a motherfucker with MAGA has put a rope around your neck, you gonna keep the rope around your neck? Go looking for help? They bust your ass and put a rope around your neck. You gonna keep the motherfucking rope around your neck until you see somebody and say, "Oh, look what it." Hell yeah, that's bullshit.
Where it happened, and I walked them through exactly what happened. And I looked up and I saw that there was a camera directly on the light post that is in the intersection. So I'm like, there it is.
A potential break in the case that would eventually fall apart days later.
And then the detective told me that the camera inside of the casing was facing north. So they didn't have it. And that was disappointing.
The vast majority of people have been supportive and loving and understanding. And then as time has gone on, and that there's no, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you're going to Subway,
Subway is open 24 hours. Like, people kill me when they say things like that because it's like Subway is open 24 hours for a reason. So that when you're hungry at night and you ain't got no food, you go to Subway. The camera facing north, how is that my issue? It feels like if I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican.
You see? You're trying to play the race card. But, motherfuckers will be so defensive. If you got fucking hemmed up, if you got fucking beat up and shit like that, you wouldn't be so defensive if we're just trying to figure out what the fuck happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real though. I've been to Subways at night. You know what I'm saying? I've been to Subways at night after the club, whatever, but at the end of the day, what the fuck was your ass doing out there? Well, it all broke down. Because now, 2 black guys that they caught the Nigerians said you paid them to do it. And they got the proof. And then they showed the proof.
Or someone black. I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot more. And that says a lot about the place that we are in our country right now. The fact that we have these fear mongers, these people that are
Hold on. What did he
say? And that says a lot about the place that we are in our country. Or Mexican. Or someone black. I feel like the doubt camera facing north. How is that my issue? It feels like if I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like
when he said black, he emphasized the black. What are you emphasizing the black for? You know why? Because you let the cat out of the bag. But it's all good. We're going to keep it moving.
The doubters would have supported me a lot more. And that says a lot about the place that we are in our country right now. The fact that we have these fear mongers, these people that are trying to separate us.
Mongrels, it's mongrels.
And it's just not okay. It's just not okay. And for all of the people, the next time that you see someone report something, maybe well after the fact that it happened, and you say to them, well, why are you waiting until now? Just remember that mine was reported right away. And look what has happened.
The phone.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what an act.
When did you, because as you said,
you don't know
it was
how to turn it off.
Account.
He looked like the same actor in
the
Empire.
timeline, valuable information. When did you make that information available to the police?
We had to get the phone records, which they didn't originally ask for my phone records. They asked for my phone. They wanted me to give my phone to the tech for 3 to 4 hours. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do that.
Why?
Because I have private pictures and videos and numbers, my partner's number, my family's number, my castmates' number, my friends' numbers, my private emails, my private songs, my private voice memos. I don't know what that's gonna be to hand over my phone for, and honestly, by then, inaccurate, false statements had already been put out there.
Earlier this week, he submitted phone records from within an hour of the incident, but Chicago police said they were limited and heavily redacted, adding they need additional information to corroborate the investigative timeline. His attorneys tell us they are willing to cooperate. Smollett also says he has been troubled by inaccurate claims. What other ones had you heard that were inaccurate?
That I had said that they were wearing MAGA hats. I never said that. I didn't need to add anything like that. They called me a. They called me a. There's no which way you cut it. I don't need some MAGA hat as the cherry on top of some racist sundae. I've heard that it was a date gone bad, which I so resent that narrative. I'm not gonna go out and get a tuna sandwich and a salad to meet somebody. That's ridiculous. And it's offensive. Yes, there's Grindr. Yes, there's Jack. Yes, there's all of these things, which I have not been on in years. I can admit that I was on that back in the day. I was single.
The narrative that
you know what I'm saying?
Now to push this fucking
I haven't been on that in years. But aside from that, it's offensive.
It's very, very, very.
And I absolutely resent that narrative. Because it's bull. It's bull. And it's unfair. It's unfair to the investigation. It's unfair to, I hate this word, but it's unfair to the victim.
What were your injuries? What were
they did x-rays. I didn't have, it was reported that I had like fractured ribs or cracked ribs or something like that. That wasn't true. I was just in a lot of pain. You know, my clavicle was messed up. My rib was bruised, but nothing was cracked. Like I walked into the hospital. I walked out of the hospital.
A lot of immigrants.
Why do you think you were targeted?
I can just assume, I mean,
get over on the black folks that's already
really hard against
the uppity, they from all the immigrants, so they feel like
I come really, really hard against his administration, and I don't hold my tongue.
I want to ask you about Jussie Smollett.
I think that's horrible. It doesn't get worse, as far as I'm concerned.
Were you aware that he made that statement?
Got two Nigerian brothers.
I don't know what to say to that.
Rob him as a gay man.
You know, I appreciate him not brushing over it.
And there is no doubt in your mind what motivated this attack.
He paid them.
I could only go off of their words.
His role.
I mean,
Empire
who
was going to be
says
diminished.
Empire
paid less?
This MAGA country.
It's crazy.
Ties a noose around your neck and pours bleach on you. And this is just a friendly fight. I will never be the man that this did not happen to. I am forever changed. And I don't subscribe to the idea that everything happens for a reason, but I do subscribe to the idea that we have the right and the responsibility to make something meaningful out of the things that happen to us, good and bad.
What do you feel people need to hear the most from this story?
I think that what people need to hear is just the truth. It's just the truth, because everybody has their own idea. Some are healing and some are hurtful. But I just want young people, young members of the LGBTQ community, young black children to know how strong that they are, to know the power that they hold in their little pinky.
It's been 2 weeks since that night left actor Jussie Smollett bruised but not broken, and he's still processing the raw emotions. Have you ever been threatened before?
Yeah. I get threatened all the time on Twitter and Instagram and DMs and things like that. It's like, but, you know, I'm a public figure. I'm very outspoken. Sometimes maybe too outspoken, but it's who I am, you know, so I get the idea of pissing people off, that you don't rub people the wrong way.
In fact, the week before the attack, police confirm a letter was sent to the Fox studio in Chicago with threatening language and laced with powdery substance, likely Tylenol. Do you think there's a link between the letter and the attack? And you did mention it to the police right away about the letter.
Absolutely. Just because on the letter it had a stick figure hanging from a tree with a gun pointing towards it, with the words that say,
"He's full of shit." Was a part of a bigger agenda scheme, you know what I'm saying? To get more money for gay rights and all that. Because they're gonna believe his story over the Nigerian brothers. Unless they cooperated to the fullest extent, which they have. You even seen them brothers buying the they buying the shit, the outfit and all that he was gonna run them down. Ain't that some shit? That'll tell you right there. It is what it is, you know? Where you gotta see the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Lying on a motherfucker. Can you believe that? Now they're gonna say, oh, he's lying on the MAGA hat people. So Trump was like, you see? The MAGA hat people are good people. Those crazy blacks, they don't know how to live with each other. You see how it falls into a bigger picture? You know what I'm saying? So, watch out what you're dealing with, man. You know what I'm saying? The game ain't always what it seems. They're trying to get us knocked, they're trying to get us locked. You just gotta keep it thorough in the ball. You dig? It's your boy Mac Mizzle. I'm out this piece. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the Mac Mizzle channel. You already know, Mr. Mac Mizzle. Yeah. I broke it down, man. It's just small, it's part of a bigger agenda, man. Don't get it twisted. Just know it's the usual suspects. We out this piece.